Stressed.
Stressed. We're all stressed.
We're all stressed.
Good morning. No, I don't want to start like that.
Okay, I'll start.
No.
Hello from the post-apocalyptic world.
Well, it's not post yet. It's kind of becoming
Apocalyptic?
that too. I'm Andrea from T-shirt Quilts, and this is my daughter Millie. And we are at the Charlotte, Michigan location, and wanted to give you an update about what's going on here at T-shirt Quilts. First, we are still making quilts. Yay!
Yay!
We have 4 different locations, and each location is getting affected just a little bit differently than the other locations. So I thought we'd go through each locations and let you know what's going on there. So first of all, back up. When you go to the order form to order a quilt, you're going to click on your state, and that's going to take you to the order form of the quilt location that you'll send your stuff to. And so we'll start with our Alabama location. Our first one's in Hoover, Alabama, which is a suburb of Birmingham, and it's called T-shirt Quilts Peachtree, and that's where Marla is. And Marla works out of her basement, and so luckily she's really not being affected too much by the coronavirus. But I know that she is really busy anyway right now, and she'd like you to call her before you send her her stuff. And if she's unable to do it by the date you need it, she'll refer you to one of the other locations. Next location is
Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas. Austin is actually located in a town called Georgetown, Texas, which is a northern suburb. It's a beautiful little town. And Michelle's location, Austin, is out of a quilt shop that she has. Quilt shop is kind of, well, shut down because you're not allowed to have anybody around stores. So, but she is still making lots of quilts out of the shop, and she'd be more than happy to make your quilt. But definitely call her. You're going to hear this. Call everybody before you send your stuff, because we just want to make sure things keep going.
Always touch base.
Always touch base, doesn't hurt.
We also want to talk to people because we're alone.
Next location is Bowen, Missouri, which is a suburb of St. Louis, and that's Chris's location. And again, Chris works in her basement. Seems like a basement location type thing.
We used to work in our basement.
We did. So Chris is definitely still making quilts. She has some of her family members who are also
hunkering down,
and they're helping her out too. So she's definitely making quilts.
But again, make sure you call her before you send your stuff.
So then we come to location number 4. That's the Charlotte, Michigan location. First of all, we say Charlotte because we are descended from, I guess, French people.
The French.
And that's how they say Charlotte in French. So we are still making quilts. This is Millie and I. We are making quilts here, and
if you call, you'll talk to either one of us.
And we'll talk.
We'll talk.
But we went down from having 12 employees. Most of them were part-time. But we were receiving a lot more quilts then. So Millie and I are doing everything, and we are so far keeping up okay.
We're doing the best we can.
I think we're keeping up pretty good. And we'll still definitely take quilts. Just don't plan to be in a hurry. We're still working on trying to get high school graduation quilts done, but that's a whole nother story. Is poor kids, they just not
Michigan isn't going back to school this year.
Yeah, they're not getting most kids are not going to have a graduation ceremony this year. And
so a quilt is going to be that special thing to
celebrate
and mark the end of their years.
Yeah, we have a lot of moms saying, just because my kid's not going to have a graduation, but this is so important that we do that. And so we definitely know that the graduation quilts are very important, and we will do the best we can to get them done. But we don't feel quite as pressured this year because I know there's not going to be parties and ceremonies and stuff going on for a while. We don't know how long this is going to go on or how it's going to end. All we know is that we are being hyper vigilant here. 3 of us each have some sort of underlying condition that would make getting coronavirus really, really bad. And so we are not going out. The postman and the UPS guy drop stuff off on the front porch, and nobody comes in the building. So it's interesting times. But we're both actually.
Send chocolate. It'll make my life so much better.
We are really actually very thankful that we have something to do. I mean, I know a lot of people who are at home who are just bored out of their brains, and we're kind of the opposite, where we are working our tails off, but actually there's not much else to do, so working our tails off is not the worst thing imaginable.
And we want to shout out to our employees who are using their time off. A lot of them have sewing machines at home, and we've sent fabric and supplies home with them, and they are helping to make masks for our local community members. And so
yeah, and then the rest of them are, a lot of them have other projects that they're working on. They're making their own quilts, so they're keeping busy, and we look forward to the day that they can come back.
I want them back.
We both want them back. So it's a very strange time, and we hope that you and your family are taking this seriously and staying healthy. And if we can help you make a quilt, I mean, you've got all this time. You should be getting your T-shirts out. So
it's time to clean that closet.
Yeah, we can help and you get all that done. So thank you, and we appreciate your support and look forward to talking to you again.